Yo, my beautiful people. Wagwan. Welcome again to the Triggered Thoughts podcast. Yeah. I'm your host for today, the only one Verbz, and I'm here with my other host who goes by the name of
Geniusdan.
Yes, Genius. Good to see you again, man. Wagwan.
Yeah, I'm good, How are you?
I'm alright, man. I'm alright, Just, boy, I don't know about you, but up here, mate, it's getting cold, bro.
It's snowing earlier,
Yeah, I heard it's snowing up London still.
Mm-hmm.
You get me?
It was snowing earlier, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's coming up here because I see the grit on the road, innit? So usually, I don't know, man. The councils usually have some insiders to know when the snow's gonna come. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Even when the news don't get it right, if you look out on the road and you see grit on the floor, the council knows something's coming.
Sure, innit?
Yeah,
100%.
It's like they got their own weather watch or some shit. You know what I mean? So yeah. People, today's one, an eye-opener, an enlightener, something that's needed. Yeah?
Yeah.
Trust me, and this is Genius's specialist subject. You get me?
Yeah.
So again, you guys are going to have to lend your beautiful ears to man like Geniusdan today. But what I will do is I will open up. Yeah? And before I give you what the topic is, I'm going to say this. Yeah? So people, listen. Get yourself comfortable. Get yourself a drink. Whatever you want to do that makes you comfortable. Yeah? And just sit back and just listen. Alright. So this thing here, which I'm not going to name yet. Yeah? You usually get it from lack of exercise, poor diet, stress and worry, weight gain, older age, ethnicity, family history, smoking, or alcohol consumption. African, Caribbean, Pakistani, and Indian people are most at risk of developing this. Next, make sure you're still listening, listeners, because you need to hear this. 6 million people in the UK are unaware that they have this. So people, today's topic is high blood pressure, the silent killer. Genius. What do you think about that there, bro?
Boy, serious,
Trying to get the people alert, so it's got to be delivered in a special way, you know what I'm saying?
My God! Yeah, definitely.
So people, after my introduction, I'm going to come in here and there, but I'm going to pass the baton to the real genius because he's going to flow right now, yeah?
You ready? Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, man, I hear you now loud and clear.
Okay. Yes, people. So, last Friday, I had an experience. I woke up and I had chest pain. Well, to the left side of the chest. And let me add something as well. I'd say for the last 2 weeks, I noticed there was like a pain in my arm.
Can
Very noticeable.
Just a sec, Genius. Just move your mouth a little bit away from the mic. There's a little bit of distortion. That's it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, can you hear me now, right?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so, no, it's the pain is similar to, if you just started lifting weights and then you wake up and you got pain in your arms, it was similar to that. But I thought it's a bit weird because obviously I haven't been training for a while. And, it's been like that for 2 weeks. So maybe it'll go. It didn't go anyway. Friday gone and noticed a pain in my chest. It stood out to me. I was like, no, this don't seem right. So I rang the GP. was on the phone for just under an hour. Literally, it took me an hour to get through to them. I was number 80, you know. But obviously, I ran and yeah.
Them long waits there on the GP phone, innit?
Yeah, man. I tried to get an appointment. I should have done a walk-in, but yeah, the appointments were fully booked. So she said she would get someone to give me a call. And someone at the GP called anyway. And boy, I waited for the call. The call came, and she said, how can I help, and explain, the symptoms. And she was like, yeah, that doesn't sound too good. She goes, can you come in? I said, yeah, I could come in. Went in for about 11. And yeah, when I went in, they checked my blood pressure was 177. My God! If those of you that know about blood pressure, that is very, very high. Another 3 more above 180, that's stroke. That's stroke region. That's heart attack region. So I mean, it's very serious. And the thing is, had I just left that unchecked, yeah, only God knows, isn't it? Yeah, it's that serious. It's a silent killer, man. It's killing people. And for me, I know my diet. So I mean, I consider myself slim, but that has got nothing to do with it. Diet. I like salt. I use Himalayan. I use salt in everything. I use salt in my avocado. I use it in salad. I use it in my rice. I use it in pasta. I use it in everything. So can you imagine? Every time I have something to eat, I have salt in chips. So all that build up. And the thing is, as the GP said, he said there's a lot of people. He said with blood pressure, it could just creep up on you. You won't even know. It's a gradual process. And it's even worse if you're someone that doesn't have a machine to check that. If you're someone that goes sees the GP every so often, you won't even know that you've got it. And sometimes it doesn't even come with any sort of symptoms. You know what I mean? You could have this thing and not know it until you have a stroke.
That's why it's called a heart attack. That's why it's called a silent killer, cuz.
Yeah, it makes sense. And for me, so I, asked the doctor a lot of questions. I said to him, what's, that, how come it's so high? And he said, it's a number of factors. He said, for one, he said, I'm an Indian man, you're a black man. He said, our culture is known for, Caribbean style dishes, curry, loads of stuff. This, it's poor. The stuff that tastes good is always the things that's not good for you. My God! Alcohol consumption, smoking, fizzy drinks, sugary drinks, chocolate, sweets, ice cream, pasta, rice. What else? Yeah, all these things, people.
Seasonings.
See, there's nothing wrong. Yeah, seasonings, yeah. You see, the thing is, these things, you have to, look, it's going to be unrealistic for people to, discontinue these things. There are people that actually do it, but once again, everything in moderation, there has to be a balance. The problem is, you have one, which is called diabetes, which is caused by too much sugar. Then you have high blood pressure, which is salt. It's one. There's one for one for the other. You see what I mean?
Yeah, it's mad.
And for me, it was a wake up call, people. You see what I mean? And I didn't even waste any time in knowing what I needed to do. I asked the doctor a simple question, and the question was, how do I lower, my blood pressure? He's telling me about tablets. I'm not trying to hear that. I'm trying to hear, what, lifestyle change is what I want to hear, My God! He mentioned about life. He mentioned lifestyle change, but he's more like, I said, how do I decrease it like now? I said, the tablets I'm going to give you, you'll notice that it will start straight away. But you see, the problem is that, people, is once you now become accustomed to medication, it's something that you're going to be on for the rest of your life. I'm not trying to do that. My God, and understanding on the body and certain things I know already, I said, you know what, it's simple. I'll just discontinue certain things, you know what I mean, until I get my body back to where it was, you know what I mean? So I've not had any diluted drinks. I've not had any fizzy drinks, no chocolate, no sweet, no ice cream, no apple pie. I've just cut these stuff out. It's been a couple of days now. The only drinks that I've had has been water. So I've had water all from last week up until present, just water. I drink 2 liters. Well, today I had about 4 liters of water today. Yesterday, 2 liters. Day before that, 2 liters. And I think there's been twice last week where I've had 4 liters just to flush out my system. You know what I mean? Because the thing is, anytime that you have any sort of dis-ease or, sickness, there's always a root cause. There are always signs and symptoms. And Verbz, you've mentioned a couple of times, you're like, oh, cause you sound, like you've got something, like mucus, and you were right, cause because even I noticed for a while, and I think it's laziness, because it's not like I don't know what to do. You know what I mean? I think a lot of the time it's complacency. And where I love food as well, I'm like, yeah, I'll deal with that. But, sometimes we can just procrastinate and deal with things, and sometimes it can be a bit too late. And the problem is, prevention is always better than cure. And if you notice that there's something wrong, you got to deal with it, people.
My God!
Well, you got to deal with it. It's not even a joke. You have to. Because a couple of times, I've been, Verbz, you'll be happy for me to touch on this. A couple of times I've been doing recordings of Verbz like, cuz, that you're making noise. And, the crazy thing is I'm unaware of it. I'm oblivious to it. But once again, I realize that without a fail, there's every day I know that there's phlegm. I'm like, what's going on? So I'm thinking to myself, at some point I'm going to need to really address this. You know what I mean? And even now I'm a lot better now. Like I'd say probably after the last few days, a lot of mucus, but it's thinning out now. Where I'm now on my first day of a detox now, that's like well over, I've done practically what are we now? I started my last meal, the last thing I ate was 10:20 last night. And what now? What are we? Yeah, so I've practically done 23 hours now.
Well done, cuz.
I feel good.
I noticed that you was mucusy as well. Because I used to be like that when I used to smoke cigarettes, bruv. Every minute I'd just be like, I sound like I'm gargling almost, and I'm constantly spitting out phlegm and stuff. So when I heard you, I was like, nah, man, you sound almost like you got an infection or something, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you were spot on. You was actually spot on, and just so that I'm not just saying that. I was watching a Dr. Sebi video, and he was talking about mucus. He said there's only one disease, and he said the mucous membrane. The mucus is the cause of all the other stuff. He said there's only one disease. Deal with the mucus, you deal with the issue.
Yeah, because
you know what I mean?
Because disease and bacteria tends to live in mucus, innit? So the more mucus you have in you, the more vulnerable you are to catching diseases and bacterial infections and stuff.
My God!
Yeah, cuz, man. So yeah, man, it's and I wanted to touch on this. As I said, it was I was speaking to Verbz. I said, Verbz, we need to do a podcast on this. It's very, very important, people. And for those of you that, if you're listen, I'm going to put this out there. If you know that you're not eating right, you're not eating clean, I'm being honest with you, man. And you've noticed that you've got arm pain, back pain. Listen carefully. These things I've watched videos, and I've done a lot of reading over the weekend. If you know that your health is, in terms of eating-wise, you're not eating the right things, your diet is poor, you cannot ignore headaches or migraines, yeah? You see them two things there? If you're someone that's suffering from headaches and migraines and your diet is poor, you need to have a blood test, because that is one of the indications that you have high blood pressure or hypertension. Back pain is common in women. Women, if you're someone you get regular back, you need to get that checked out. It's a sign of high blood pressure. Yeah, neck pain, jaw pain. You see all these things I'm mentioning as well. And it's not only signs of high blood pressure, it's also signs of a potential pending heart attack. Because what happens is, I watched this video, what happens is, sometimes if you're lucky, your body will tell you that something is not right. And, if you're finding that you're getting chest pain or you're feeling near your heart or your chest, that it feels like there's an elephant that's sitting on you, you need to ring 999, because that is like potentially a heart attack that's actually beginning to happen, or that's about to start. You see what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Jaw pain, arm pain, because obviously see where your heart is and your arm. All these things are all connected, man. You see what I mean? And the thing is, people. Yeah. Next thing as well is nobody wants to have a burst blood vessel, because you see the pressure. What happens is now when the pressure gets above, like 180. What happens? It expands. Like you got a bottle, cuz, and like you got like let's say a Coke bottle. Those ones that are about like that.
Yeah.
And then if you squeeze, if you squeeze it, imagine it's tight, yeah, and you squeeze it. Imagine if you squeeze it enough, yeah, there's nowhere for it to go. So what happens is it pops inside, and that's the thing with the blood vessel, and that's what causes strokes. It's not even a joke, man. Do you know much people that I know that have passed and, they pass suspiciously, or, like you just hear they just collapse, and a lot of these people don't even realize they've probably not even gone GP, they've gone with situations undiagnosed, they know they're getting a little pain here and they don't get it checked out. They think, it's going to pass. People, we're in a time now where people are just dying, and the thing is, the people that are dying, they're dying of health conditions. My God! Bro, I lost 3 friends in the month of April in 1 week.
I remember.
Yeah. And they were all health conditions, all young people in their 40s. One was 41. One didn't even make 40. He made 40. He made 44. And that was it.
Age don't matter no more, cuz, man. I've seen like when I growing up, and knowing adults in our family and stuff, like uncles and aunties and stuff, I've seen where some of them have had health problems when they've got to their 50s and 60s and stuff like that, and they've had to sort it out, do you know what I mean? But I've gone through the time now where I'd say from my observations, after about 2000, I started noticing I'm seeing younger people getting things that I associated with older people. So one example I can give is when I used to work in the youth centre, there was a kid there, and he always used to come in there and make tea all the time and put how much scoops of sugar in his tea. And I said, "You sure you want to drink that much tea, bro?" And he's like, "Oh, no, I'll be alright." White boy as well, "No, I'll be alright, man. I love my sugar, man." I said, "Bro, just be careful, man, because when you get older, you might just pay for that." Do you know what I mean? And then I saw him, when he was doing that, he was about 13, 14. And then he disappeared from the youth centre for about a year. And then he came back when he was 16. And he was slim, because he was quite a chubby boy. He plays football, but he wasn't fat, but he had little baby fat on him. You know what I mean? Yeah. And when I saw him, he was proper thin, bruv. I said to him, "Rah, what happened to you, man? How come you lost so much weight?" He goes, "Oh, yeah, I got type 2 diabetes now, My God! I said, you see that? You know what I'm saying? Wow. And I've been reading stuff in the paper about young people having heart attacks. I remember I read one that stood out to me when I was younger. And he was living off of like beans and toast and those kind of meals there. And he suddenly had a heart attack and died like when he was 18. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, there's things that I'm seeing that you associated back in the day with older people. It's now filtering into younger people, and it's happening thick and fast for younger people. So the reason why I'm saying that is young people that might be listening, or, people like in their 30s, 40s, 50s that might be listening, you got young people in your family. Do them a favor, man. Educate them, especially after watching this episode. Educate them and let them know they are not free of any of these health problems, mate. They need to make sure they watch their diet, and keep on top of things, because if they don't, they'll end up with these situations, man. That's not me wishing it on them. It's just me encouraging you to pass the information on so that they don't end up in that situation. My God!
Yeah, well, thanks, Verbz. Well done, man. Yeah, definitely. I agree with you.
Yeah,
man. And I'll tell you, some of the videos I watch, I'll send you the 2 that I posted in the group, man. It will just blow your mind, man. The blood flow through the body, and if it gets clogged up, plaque, and then once again blockage, it could damage some of the heart muscle, clogged up arteries, high cholesterol. Yeah, people, man, this is serious, man. And when I looked at you, I think you mentioned it, the amount of people that are dying from high blood pressure and heart attacks is crazy. And once again, people, this is another importance of why it's good to have a break from food. Like I'm currently, as I was saying to Verbz, I'm currently now on over 23 hours now on my detox. I want to do 3 days just to cleanse, just to, cleanse whatever's in my system. And I've noticed as well, Verbz, even the mucus now is not as much now. Obviously, it's throughout the day they were like, what's going on? And it's more, it's see-through. I'm like, yeah, man, I need a proper. So I'm gonna, after I've done this fast, I'm gonna leave it for a couple of days, and I'm gonna go and do the atumbi.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, because the thing is, where I was saying to you before, like I have sinusitis. I realize sinusitis is once again mucus. You know what I mean? So even earlier on today when I was at work, I just noticed that there was a clocking. There was like there was more impurities that were coming out, because obviously what the fast does is where now your body's having a break from food, the body is now able to do a purge.
Yeah.
So what's happening now is that the process of elimination is happening now. So where I'm drinking water, the water is flushing out my intestines, and the liver, everything is now starting to surface, coming out, through the nose, through the mouth. The process of elimination is coming out now. That's what I mean. And that's as the
because you're cleaning your body, innit? When you're cleaning your body, there's not much junk in there because it's getting clean. Yeah. All the shit that's left in there, your body's like, yo, you need to get out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's true. It's very, very much needed, man. And what I'm doing as well, obviously, I'm checking my blood pressure's gone down quite a lot as well, which is good. Because I was averaging 165. It's very high. Now I've gone down from 167. Now I'm averaging obviously I've gone to 154, 141, 137. So I'm gonna check it. Big up to you for that, cuz that's good, man. No, it's still high, cuz, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like when I read something today, man, I was like, what? They're saying that even 140 is risk of strokes. I'm like, no, man. That's why I did the fast today. You wasted no time, man. I've got eating clean. I've been eating fruits and salads, but I was like, nah, man. I need to clean. I need to just do this thing ASAP. I couldn't even wait to start, cause I was like, yeah, man. Last food last night, and yeah.
But you still dropped it though from where it was before, so that's good.
Yeah, I'm just fortunate, man, that I didn't trigger off anything else, man. You know what I mean? And then to top it off, I remember the last time I saw the doctor, they said something about high cholesterol.
Oh, is it?
So yeah, man. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right, you sound like you're breaking down, cuz.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. It's sometimes it looks are deceiving, because even someone says, but you look slim, man. Don't be deceived. If you know, you could look fine, man, but you don't know what's going on inside, man.
Being slim don't mean nothing, man. You can be slim,
100%.
but the inside of you could be just dirty up and nasty up and need sorting out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, cuz
simple as that.
Man.
You know what I mean? But man, you're doing good, man. You just gotta move around. Same thing that I gotta do now. To start gymming it up more and them kind of things there. You get me? Get the heart pumping and that, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And in saying that, I came home from lunch, man, and I was just running, man. I've been started back my running training. Yeah, next thing, people, exercise is important, man. Verbz mentioned as well. When he done the introduction about certain things, lack of exercise. Yeah, I was all running today, man. I was like 161.
My God! What? Man, turn Usain Bolt.
Yeah, 161. Yeah, just running, man. The sweat was there, and you have to take these things serious, man. I've got to really kind of just make sure, that I just look after myself, because a lot of us have children, man, and I've already lost friends that have, left behind children, because, and once again, it's just taking things for granted. The alcohol is a killer, man. It's nice to have alcohol, but it's a killer, man.
It's not worth it, man.
You know, it's these things, man. When they build up in the body, man, and you're someone that don't even know how to fast, you don't even know how to detox, you don't know the right things to put in. You've had it, man. You've literally had it.
This is it. Can I read something quick that I found on Google?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Where is it? Alright, so check this, people. Check this. Genius, tell me what you think of this, yeah? So I found out on Google, it says, it is believed, because I put in what is the reasons why Black and Asian people develop high blood pressure, at an alarming rate over everybody else. So it says, it is believed that the reason for Black and Asian people being high on the list for high blood pressure is poor cultural food consumption, living in areas of poverty, and having less access to fresh and healthy foods.
My God!
So, yeah, when I read that, it made me think, so hold on. Is this by design then, bruv? Because, alright, we come from certain places where certain cultural foods we eat, yeah? And we use things like seasoning and so on, or we have curries, or we have spices and all these kind of things. Cool, that's cultural, yeah? That's cultural. But then, our ancestors or our, parents or grandparents moved from the Pakistans, the Indias, the Jamaicas, the Ghanas, and come to England. And when they come to England, they're looking for housing and support to get housing. They're put in impoverished areas.
My God!
Yeah.
Now, this reminds me of a scene in, do you remember that old movie, Boys in the Hood?
Yeah. Trey's father, Styles, Furious, was it?
Lawrence Fishburne, when he was talking to them outside, yeah? And he basically said to them, there's a reason why when you go to the rich man's area and they have supermarkets or stores that sell alcohol and they close at a certain time at night. They close at 9 p.m. If you want to get liquor in those areas, you ain't finding no liquor shop open. But when you live in an impoverished area, aka the ghetto, the hood, whatever you want to call it, you see mass amounts of shops, liquor shops that are open 24 hours.
My God!
Yeah.
When you live in the hood, you'll see chicken shops next door to chicken shops selling you shit, cheap meat, making you think you got a meal deal and you're alright. And the school kids are up in there eating that 2 to 3 times a day. Do you get me? Adults are passing in there eating that 2 times a day, whatever, yeah? When you go to the rich people's area, they don't have no Morleys. They don't have no... What's the next one? These cheap ones, I don't know, TFC chicken or something like that. They don't have none of these kind of shops, bruv. If anything, they only have KFC. And when they have the KFCs, they're not open till late, bruv.
My God!
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I'm saying? When you go to the rich areas, you don't see Lidl's. You barely see Aldi's. You don't see places like, I don't know if that's still open, Netto and all those kind of places like that. You go to rich people areas, you see Marks and Spencer's, Waitrose, Tesco's. Sometimes you don't even see Asda's in the rich people area. So one has to argue, why are these people plotting themselves in certain areas is to make sure that they reach certain people, and when they're selling their high level of food, or whether they're selling their poor level of food. And unfortunately for us, as black and ethnic people, although we say, our area is not bad, it's not the baddest place. So we're not in the worst places sometimes. We're in a reasonable place. But we're still in areas that are surrounded by those shitty supermarkets and shitty shops. And this is why we are more than likely to get high blood pressure.
My God, my God, my God.
Perfectly said. Yeah, well said.
You get me?
Mm-hmm.
It's a mad one. You know what I mean? You know, don't get me wrong, we got to do things ourselves to make sure that we overcome and, you know, we lift up our health or keep our health in check. But at the same time, you know, if you're rich. So I'm gonna shake the place a bit. If you're white, you got money, you live in certain areas, yeah, because some white people live in the hood. Of course they do. But there's white people that have a lot of opportunities and they live in different areas. They don't really have to worry about walking down the road and walking to a shit shop because their area has pure quality shops all around them. Do you know what I'm saying?
My God, my God, my God.
Yeah.
Butcher shops, when you go to butcher shops, it's the same thing. You go to a butcher shop in the hood, you walk in there, I'm not being funny, I'm just being real. It stinks, bruv. I can smell the meat, blood. It don't smell good. Am I lying? It's not very well presented. You'll see the butcher man standing in there and you look at his uniform and it's got bare blood on it and bare this and... When you go to a proper white man area with the butcher shops and you see them, they're wearing like the white butcher thing, coat, the gown, and then they got the blue apron over it and it looks clean, bruv.
My God, my God.
There's no smell, you know what I'm saying? So, figure it out, people, man. You know what I mean? I don't, like I said, I'm not trying to make this about race, but the fact is the facts. You get what I'm saying? And anybody that wants to argue with me, just research it yourself, man. Even if you don't want to go and Google or research, jump in your car. Go in certain areas. When you go to the rich man area, tell me how many times you see a Morley's. Yeah? When you go in the rich man's area, tell me how many times you see a Tennessee fried chicken. When you go in the rich man's area, tell me how many times you see a dusty weave shop or a shitty butcher or Poundland or, do you know what I'm saying? You don't see those things. When you go to the hood, impoverished areas, and you go to their high street, they're next door to each other. It's like they're all running competition. There'll be like 5 chicken shops next door to each other, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's by design, because you got to remember, when these people open their shops, they have to apply to the council to go for these shops, you know. You know that, innit? Yeah? When they apply to the council usually has a layout. So if you go to Oxford Street, for instance, and there's a clothes shop here, so there's a River Island here, and then next wants to buy a store, the council in that area, Oxford Street, what is that, Westminster, innit? Yeah, they will say for business purposes and, you know, for the whole shopping experience, it doesn't make sense for River Island to be next door to next. What we're going to do is you have that store, we'll have a McDonald's there on that side, we'll have, whatever store next to it, if you train a store next to it, and then the next clothing store will be about 5 doors away. If you get what I'm saying. It's just good for business. They have a pattern of how they run their stores. But when you go to the hood, there's no pattern. Anything goes.
My God, my God.
Well said. It's true.
You know what I mean? So when you're aware that these traps are out here for us by design, you just have to open up your eyes and try and do better. You might just have to try and jump in your car and go somewhere else to go and buy your meats. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just try and keep on top of things.
Serious.
Yeah, man, you know. So, So, Genius, you've given us your experience on, you know, you getting this blood pressure thing and what you're doing about it and stuff. What would you say people can do if they found out they had blood pressure? What would you say that the best thing for them to do?
Well, for one, you need to, there's always a root cause for everything. And I think, I'm happy you touched on that. You said that. Basically, stress is also another, a big part of high blood pressure. Stress.
100%.
Yeah, I didn't mention that, stress. So yeah, you have to, you have to make sure you watch your stress. Overthinking is not good. Also, lack of sleep as well. Lack of sleep can give you heart attacks and strokes and stuff like that, man. It's very, very serious, you know.
And again, living in impoverished areas, because you can live in an impoverished area and say to yourself, well, you know, I'm happy here. This place is all right. But deep down, your mind is depressed. because you're living in a yard that hasn't got enough space for you and your family, or you're coming out and you're seeing drama out at the front door, and you know what I'm saying? It has a traumatic impact on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's true. That also, if you found out as well that you've got high blood pressure, if you're someone that smokes, you need to discontinue that straight away. Is that your life? It's not even no debating. Because I love chocolate, man. I told you the other day I had 4 clubs. You know about the clubs? I'm telling you facts.
Which one did you have, the orange one?
I had I had a combination of the green one, the mint, and the orange. And the thing is, what I'm saying to you guys is, it's not an exaggeration. I'll have one, go and live and come and get another one, and I'll just do what I mean. I'll have 2 Kit Kats. I'll buy the pack of 8 Kit Kats that will have, and I'll have 6 sticks.
You know, that is sometimes, that's when your body's used to having sugar and that, you know, and then you don't have it for a while. And then you get cravings, you know, because I remember one time that happened to me. I was drinking water one time, you know. I said, you know, let me ease up for this sugar thing. And I was drinking pure water, and I remember one day I went to the fridge and I saw a box of orange juice, and I said, oh, you know what? Say like after about 2 to 3 weeks, let me have a cup of orange juice, man. So I poured it out, I drank it, and it's like my body was like, yo, sugar. And I poured another one, I drank it again, poured another one, drank it again. Next thing I know, I kid you not, cuz I had the whole box at my head and I finished it.
My God.
But it's like, right, I looked back afterwards and I thought, well, why did I do that? But then I realised it's because my body was deprived of the sugar that it normally eats. So as soon as I got a taste of it, the receptors started going mad. And it's like I had to fulfill. You get me? It's like my brain overpowered me, bro.
Yeah, man.
You know?
That's deep. So cause as you were saying, you need to change your diet. Also, next thing as well, people, you know, you need to also pay attention to how your blood circulation is. Cause I learned something else today. You see your finger, yeah?
Yeah.
If you push down on your finger, you know when you get the white bit?
Yeah.
Depending on if that takes more than a couple of seconds for the blood to fill up, it means you've got poor blood circulation. Did you know that?
Is it?
Yeah, it's got to go. If it doesn't fill up straight away, then that's not really a good sign still. You know, you push on it and you see the white.
Yeah.
And then it's supposed to come back. You with the blood. Yeah, that's also a sign of poor circulation, meaning that your blood is not circulating properly.
Okay.
Also, people need to pay attention to any tingling in your fingers, numbness, burning sensation. All these things, are health related. Don't take them lightly. You know, as well, next thing, you know, sometimes, because where you sleep, and sometimes you sleep on your arm and you've got pins and needles, and it's like, you can't even feel your arm.
Yeah.
That as well, there's some people that experience that, and they're not even sleeping in an awkward position. That needs to be checked out as well.
Yeah.
Poor circulation. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, man, that's that I believe people just dismiss or take lightly, thinking that, you know, it will take care of itself. No. You know, go on.
I got losing, go on.
Yeah, so, man, people, this thing, man, just health is wealth, man. I'm telling you, don't wait for something to happen for you to make the changes. While you're in the position to eat healthy, eat more fruit, eat more vegetables. Even if you do 10 minutes of exercise, look, I jog on the spot. Whatever works for you. Some people like going to the gym. I jog on the spot. That works for me. I sweat. You know what I mean? Now, what am I on? I'm on about 17,000 steps today.
That's a lot.
My God.
17,000. You know what I mean? So I aim to do at least minimum half an hour in the morning, and, you know, worst case scenario, half an hour at night. Or at least if I do at least minimum half an hour, I've just set myself that target. You know what I mean? Now that my youngest is going back to school, I'm going to be walking now. So walking there, walking back. So train in the morning. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've got to do what we've got to do, man, to live long, because the life expectancy amongst our generation is poor. My dad's mom, she's 91.
that's a lot, bro.
She's 90. Yeah, she's 91, cuz. You know what I mean? The older generation are outliving the younger generation, man. I've been saying this.
My
COVID's
God,
different, and it's
my
a lot
God,
of it's to do with the food. We're not eating healthy, man. We're not.
Yeah, you've gone
And
terrible.
the fast food, huh?
We've gone terrible, man. Like you just saying the fast foods, but I also think like now if you put it on top of it, now we're also doing like the microwave meals rubbish and that on top of it, man.
Yeah, you know, a lot of these stuff, people, man, they have chemicals in it. There's a lot of starch in these things. There's a lot of sugar. The pasta, by the time you finish with the pasta, that breaks down as sugars, and it's deep, man. People like ketchup. How much ketchup, sugar ketchup's got?
Yeah.
Can of Coke.
Fizzy drink like Lucozade.
Yeah.
Like 6 to 8 tablespoons of sugar and that is in them kind of things, man. Per drink.
Yeah.
my God, my God.
Yeah, cause I mean, the best thing you can do is starve out these things from your body, man.
100%.
Starve them out.
I remember when I used to work with one geezer like in a school, yeah. And he was telling me, because I remember one time he had the Apple Watch, but he was telling me he wanted to get it before he actually got it. And when he told me how much he was gonna pay for it, I was like, "What? Is that how much they cost, bro?" And he's like, "Yeah." So I was like, "You sure you want to invest in now?" He's like, yeah, man, I'm gonna get one. But my friend wants my old one, innit? So I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna sell it to him. So I said, all right then, cool. So now after a couple of days, he came back and he said to me, "This story's mad, you know, cuz." He said to me, "You know my friend that bought the watch from me?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "My friend was at home one day, you know, and he had the watch on, and he said the watch was going mad." I said, "What do you mean it was going mad?" I said, "It was telling him basically like he needs to call emergency services and all that." Yeah? So he must have said that he's phoned him and he's saying, "Oh, what should I do, man? I'm worried." And he's saying, "Well, you might need to call emergency services if that's the reading you're getting from the watch." They basically told him to get into the hospital as soon as possible because it sounds like he's about to have a heart attack.
My God, my
What?
God.
Seriously? What is an Apple Watch, yeah?
Yeah. So when you're wearing them smartwatches and stuff, yeah, although they've become like a sort of recent fad or whatever, to look like, you know, the whole fitness, I go to the gym and this and that, really and truly, if you want to be real with yourself, the benefit of wearing those things is that they could potentially save your life because they'll let you know that your heart rate's moving funny.
My God, my God, my God, my God.
That's serious, man.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just thought I'd share that because that could be something that could save your life, man. That could be a tool.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's wow. And look how old that was a couple of years ago, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Look at that. Look at that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I was going to say as well, next thing I recommend people to do is invest in a blood pressure machine. It could save your life.
Yeah, 100%. I got one still.
My God, my God, my
It could save your life, people, man. It's not a joke, man. It's worth every penny because if you're someone you don't even know what your blood pressure is and there's no way you're going to go to the GP every day. It's not possible, but at the same time, you need to know because there's not always visible signs. There's not always, that's why it's called a silent killer. You might not get any signs. The only sign that you might get is when it's too late, when you've collapsed, when you're lightheaded. Oh yeah, cause the next thing as well, people need to, lightheadedness. Yeah? Feeling faint.
Well, that's a part of it as well, yeah.
Yeah. Let me
Wow.
just bring this up, man. Yeah, cause this is, mate, when I
Yeah, man, find that, man. If that helps the listeners, man, find that still. That'll be good.
yeah, because I've got it here anyway. Yes, yeah, there's. I think, and the thing is, when I sit back and I think about a lot of people that I've spoken to throughout the years, and they always complain about they've got migraines and headaches, and I'm like, now knowing what I know now, I'm able to say to people, boy, you know what, this potentially could be this. You know, you need to get this checked out. This, I mean.
Yeah, one of my mates from another one of my mates from work. He end of last year, about September, October. He said to me that he had a headache, and he said, he's got high blood pressure anyway. suffers from it still, but he's been trying to monitor it and stuff. But he said he had a headache one day, and it's like it just stuck with him for the whole day. But he said it was really hurting him. And he said, I tried to take paracetamols, and it didn't get rid of it. So he said, I called my doctors, man. You know what I mean? When they called the doctors told him to come in, he came in or whatever, and they were like, look, man, I'm sending you straight to the hospital. You know what I mean? He went to the hospital, was in there for a few days. They were running checks on him and stuff, and he was close to having a heart attack, yeah? But he had like a mini stroke, and he didn't even know it, bro.
My God!
Serious? And what was it? What is it? Was it just the headaches? What?
He said he had the headaches. He said he had the headaches, and the headache was really, it was a powerful headache. He said, you know what I mean, it was hurting him. But yeah, he said he had a mini stroke and he didn't know, and that's the thing. Like, you can have a mini stroke, mini heart attack. I've read up on this, and you won't know because the symptoms ain't that strong. Like, you could just have like a little faint feeling or a little jerk in your chest or something like that, if you get what I'm saying, and you overlook it and think it's something, you know what I mean, that's just past and gone. Yeah. But really and truly, these things are like have mini strokes or mini heart attacks. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's deep, and if you don't figure it out after you've had one of them, the next one is going to be serious.
My God! My God!
So now my mate, now he's had to change up his entire lifestyle now. He's changed up his diet. He's got rid of the takeaway eating and stuff like that. He's eating more fruits and vegetables, drinking his water. He's cut down on the liquor and stuff like that completely. Do you know what I mean? And he's losing weight because of it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm happy for him that he got a hold of it still. It's just a shame that it took for him to have a mini stroke and a near heart attack before he got to that. He just has to take things more serious now. He can't afford another mistake.
My God! My God!
That's serious, isn't it?
Yeah, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But fire away, cuz, with your thing. Fire away.
Yeah, this is going to be very important information for people to really take on board. So, how do you feel when your blood pressure is high? So it says, unfortunately, high blood pressure can happen without feeling or any abnormal symptoms. So things like to look out for is moderate or severe headaches, anxiety, shortness of breath, nosebleeds, palpitations, or feeling of pulsations in the neck are some signs of high blood pressure.
That's mad.
Yeah. And when blood pressure high enough to go to the hospital, if it's still very high, seek medical care. Call 911 or emergency medical services if your blood pressure is 180 over 120 mm or HG or greater, and you have chest pain, shortness of breath, or symptoms of stroke. Stroke symptoms include numbness or tingling, trouble speaking, or changes in vision. Do you hear that, people? Symptoms of stroke include numbness or tingling, trouble speaking, or changes in visions.
That's mad.
Mm-hmm.
That's mad. Just for the record as well, you said 911, but we mean 999, yeah?
Yeah. Nice one, cuz.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at, so it says also this is what's good for high blood pressure goes, people that, walking uphill, going up steps, exercising can help, does that mean walking to lower your blood pressure.
Yeah.
And it's God, yeah, man, because this thing, man, acute hypertensive responsive stroke. So yeah, they're saying this. They put the pressure down to a lot. Like they're saying even like 140.
That's crazy.
140. Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's what they're saying now. Yeah. So it's people, man. I would highly, highly, highly recommend, that you take this serious, man, because what they're saying is normal blood pressure is 120/80 or lower. Your blood pressure is considered high stage 1 if it reads 130/80. Stage 2 high blood pressure is 140/90 or higher. If you get a blood pressure reading of 180/110 or higher more than once, seek medical treatment right away.
And in line with what you just said there, Genius, For the listeners again, something of importance, like we said earlier, there are 6 million people in the UK that are unaware that they have high blood pressure.
That is serious.
That's an alarming amount of people. You know what I'm saying? So it is best that you get yourself checked if you never have done. You know what I mean? Just to be aware, because awareness will help and you can control it and drop it once you're aware. But if you're not aware, you will learn why it's called the silent killer.
My God!
Yeah, sure.
And we don't wish that on you at all. You know what I mean? This is why we're telling you this, because we're trying to raise awareness, man. We're trying to make sure people understand the depths of this thing and, you know, how easy it is to overlook it and see it as nothing. But it might visit you. You may have it already. You know what I mean? It's just best to just find out, discover what's going on with yourself if you got it. And once you got it, then you can speak to your GP, or whether you want to do it in another way or whatever, just make a plan to change your lifestyle and get yourself back in control, man. Do you know what I mean? Because it's important and it's beneficial for you.
Yeah. No, definitely. What I'll do, cause so that people, just in case people want to know what lowers blood pressure, I want to give a list of things. So this will help. So it's not like we're just leaving them with, you know, the high blood pressure and it's just kind of like they left feeling scared. But these are the things that also lower, you know, high blood pressure. So yeah, I bought beets, also known as beetroots, and ginger root. I got that from Asda. You can get that also from Lidl. These things lower blood pressure. I've done research and watched a YouTube video. A friend of mine told me as well. You know that
I think nutmeg does as well. You know.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think it does. I heard it does. Like if you have tea or something like that, you can just put nutmeg in there.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Verbz said it. That's that's one thing. Also, people, if you can maybe discontinue or reduce the amount of salt you eat and have a generally healthy diet. Cut back on alcohol. Lose weight if you're overweight. So basically, this is the next thing as well, people. Every increase in weight is an increase in blood pressure. And I learned that yesterday. So increase in weight is increase in blood pressure.
That's deep.
So lose weight. Yeah. Lose weight if you're overweight. Exercise regularly. Cut down on caffeine. You hear that? Cut down on caffeine. Stop smoking. What else? Yeah, plenty. Yeah, exercise is important. Also, drinking a lot of water. If you can, people, make sure your water consumption is more than your diluted drinks, more than your fizzy drinks, more than your alcohol drinks. Because remember, we're made up of 70% water.
My God!
You know what I mean? So yeah, things like fruits, apples, bananas. Bananas very good for blood pressure as well. Salads, eating plenty of salads, tomatoes, onions, cucumber. What's the other one? Is it Kyle? Is it Kale?
Kale, yeah. You have to be careful with some fruits though, because some fruits are quite acidic and sugary, innit? So if you consume too much of them, it might not have the right benefit for you. Yeah,
that's a fact as well. And yeah, people, that's some of the stuff, man. But there are loads of videos and information that's available, you know, on there. And there is as per usual, there's always a lie that these things are uncurable. They are curable. You just have to fast, detox, and, you know, even I'll post out some information. But you basically need to get your body back at the right standing. The stuff that's harmed the body, so you need to detox and then put in herbs to basically live a basically alkaline diet. You have to, just, you know, eat electric foods, stuff like that.
Because, you know, you know, there was a lady, obviously without mentioning her name, that had health issues and she reached out to you. Do you remember?
Oh, yes.
Give that example to the listeners just so they know that your information is thoroughbred, you get me?
My God!
Yeah, happy mention actually, yeah. So yeah, let me just read it because I've still got that message. So it goes out. So the message that Hey, hon, I did manage to hear your message. Thank you for giving me your number. I've tried to avoid carbs. When I break my fast, I was wondering if protein shake would be good to break it. What is... Okay, hold on. Just to let you know, the fruit worked. So basically, this person was fasting and they needed help. Yeah, with they was having issues with the breaking. So I said, try, light fruits. So, the person then, tried it. They said, oh, thank you so much. The fruit worked. Also, at my doctor's the other day, and I'm officially off my tablets for high blood pressure. The doctor wanted to know what I was... Verbz, bless you. You know what? I didn't even clock,
See, that's why I brought it up. See, so the listeners will know that what you're telling them is certified information.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I just
read that part again.
Yeah. So just let you know the fruit worked. So thank you. Also, I was at my doctor's the other day, and I was officially off my tablets for high blood pressure. The doctor wanted to know what I was doing when I told her it was just over her head. It was like she couldn't hear the word fasting. Wow. Anyway, thank you so much again. Hope you're okay. She said as well, I think you should do some sort of YouTube blog on it. You have enough information and knowledge of the subject, and you should get out there. That's if you have the time. Yeah. And that's on fasting people.
There you go.
The doctor went, you're doing differently. I'm after me. Because obviously at the time I didn't even know about it. Yeah.
There you go, you see? So there you go. See, people, look, that little bit of information there. What more can you ask for in terms of saying, is what Geniusdan saying credible? There is your confirmation right there. My God. Yeah?
Thanks for that, man.
Nah, no problem, man.
That's a perfect example, man. Yeah,
you forgot about that. I thought, let me bring that up, man.
Yeah.
I know.
Did you remember it was blood? Did you remember it was blood pressure?
Yeah, I remembered.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because I remember it was fasting. That key part,
I remember. That's why I told you to bring it up. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
I've just started my fast as well. You see what I mean? And that's the thing, people. I'll be honest with you. I want to share this last thing. People, when I finish, when I do the 3 days, I'll let you know the findings, yeah? But, you see, one thing, you have to practice what you preach. You see what I mean? Because when I finished the conversation, the doctor was like, go, prescribe some medication, come and see me in 4 weeks' time, and, we'll talk. See how you're getting on. I left those medications at the place, you know what I mean? Because I'm a faster, I'm someone that fasts, you know what I mean? I don't do medication. Medication doesn't agree with me. It don't agree with me, people. And I'm just speaking for myself. I'm not trying to discourage anyone, but however, what I will say to you is, look at alternative natural remedies, because you don't want to be someone that is hooked on these tablets. They do damage, man. Someone was saying to me the other day at work, oh, you know what? These high blood pressure tablets cause one of their relatives swelling in their feet. I was like, what? I said, yeah, they had to kind of give them up. So yeah, people, it's these tablets, man. Once you're on them, you get addicted on them. You feel that you can't live, you can't do without them, and it's not a nice mindset to have, because the body that God created has what is called an immune system, which is more than capable enough in doing what it's supposed to do, which is healing. The only problem is that where we've compromised our body with poor diet and the stuff that we put in it, it's not able to do the full potential of what it's supposed to do, which is provide healing. My God! This is why when we have, regular or, seasons of fasting, we boost our immune system. We go through, like, even Verbz, I'll be honest with you, since, having this now, like, I feel my nose feels a lot better. Like, I can literally, where normally I'm like, I just feel so much better, man. And this is just obviously over 23 hours now. Does that what I mean? So,
yeah, man. You're doing the nasal sounds a lot less, so That's good, man.
Yeah. You know, so man. People, listen.
You know what? Is there any like say links or anything with information that you got that maybe I could attach to the YouTube episode once we put it out?
Yeah. I'll put up something still. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that will help the listeners at least.
Like, what do you mean, like a video clip or something? Yeah.
Yeah, like a video clip to do with this whole thing, like the health benefits, maybe of fasting or something. So at least when they look on our episode, they can just click on that and it goes straight to that. They'll get some, you know what I mean, a little walkthrough.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? That will help them.
Yeah, I've got a message that I did on fasting as well, so I could send you that information as well, and then send you the link as well.
Yeah, man, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. All right then.
Yeah, man.
So people, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Very enlightening, like I said. Very eye-opening. My God! But at the same time, very fucking serious, because this thing ain't called the silent killer for nothing. You understand? Yeah.
It's true.
And we're bringing you information that could potentially save your life. And we're encouraging you, you know, to follow some of this information that we're using, or if you don't believe in it, look into it, research it. But, you know, Genius just gave you a fine example a minute ago that he completely forgot about, and I asked him to bring it back up. Yeah? And it confirmed to all those ears that was organic when I brought that up to him, that the information that he gave to the woman saved her life. My God! You understand? So, people, man, do yourself a favor. Get yourself down to the doctors. Get yourself checked. Free your mind. At least, you know, if you ain't got high blood pressure, you're good. If you have, Geniusdan has provided you the information of what to do. So on that note, from me, Verbz, I'm going to bid you listeners a good night.
Yeah, for myself, Geniusdan. Good night. My God!
Yeah, man, and we'll see you next week on the next episode of the Triggered Thoughts Podcast.
Nice one, man.
Big up, guys, man. Nice one.